Hello friends. I'm going to do some prep. This is my lovely spreadsheet. As you can see, it's full of numbers. But it's a new month, Nymria star, 198 AC. So I don't need these, I don't know why I'm doing this. That's better. Sorry if you're my fan, it's going away in the background. It's because I am quite warm in this room. So, I guess we just start at the top and keep going down. I know I've got some stuff to do. I've got to make some units for the armies soon. Tyrell and... No, not Tyrell. Tarley and Peak as well. You can see them down there along the list somewhere. Yeah, it's just like... So, Oz, you can do a ton of downtime calculation if you like. I'm one of those nerds. I do quite like it. You can also do, yeah, you don't have to do this at all. Like, this is just me having a nerdy time. Yeah, Excel immensely time. This is modeled on, like, obviously this is NPC houses, and this is modeled on the player house downtime actions that you can do, and every one of these is like a stat and everything. And it advises you in the book to be like, you can model it for your NPC houses on that. You don't have to use it fully and make them comparable to what they would be in the books and stuff. And I'm like, cool, okay, fine. And then I just decided I work on Excel constantly at work. Why would I not do it at home? So, welcome to Football Manager, Game of Thrones edition. Thanks, James. Asking for a friend. You are terrible. Right. House Ashford of Ashford is like up here on the river. They're on the river, and they're not really up to a whole ton. Can I new tab this? I can new tab this. Oof. That's some Google foo there. So I'm looking for Google. Hello, Google? No, not allowed to Google. Have I got a thing? Ugh, this is rubs. Why didn't that work? It's noble house Ashford the reach, blah blah blah. Our sun shines bright. Oof. And they're famous in canon for holding a tournament that we all know and love, the Dunk and Egg stories. Other than that, they're like sweet FA to their name. So Alan Ashford during the reign of King Jaehaerys I. That's about 30 years, I think, before this. Ashford. Head of the family during the reign of Daeron II. Thanks, Lord Ashford. That's a lot of information. Brilliant. Good job. How do you change tabs without coming out of full screen? We'll never know. Oh god, no, not that. Okay. So, they've got good influence, 39. I mean, like, High Tower's on 44 and High Garden's on 61. So, like, a house paramount. Control tab? Oh, it might be. Oz, you're amazing. That's not what I was looking for. Control tab, friends. That's what it is. You heard it here first. So if we look at their defense, they are pretty up there. So they've got a good castle. Influence, they're good. Lands, mediocre. Law, mediocre. Population's going to be mediocre, and so is power and wealth. So if anything, let's try and make them a bit more wealthy so we can do some house management stuff. So you've got a few actions. They can assassinate somebody. They will try to. They can begin a project. So that could be like building a thing. They could do a great hunt. House tournament. Well, there we go. Okay, so what their goal is and what their motivation is probably a good start. So let's move over to here. So improve wealth is their goal. Power is their motivation. So they want wealth because of power, or to get power. So build one of the Great Pyramids. I mean, it's a good early build for Sim. I don't think the pyramids in the Reach is going to do much. I think influence is going to be changed up for wealth. So let's see what we can change up for wealth. Where is it? Not anywhere near there. That's helpful. Where did my book go? Actually, what would be cool is if I had the book on the PDF. Oh my god, what is this? Why did I do that? I don't want that. I want that. Ding. Rah. Here he is. I am going to look up what where's the managing the rules? No. Noble houses. Yes. That's what I want. No, it's a different chapter. Welcome to the magic of these books, everyone. Okay. So down the bottom right hand corner here, you can't just quite see it 'cause my face, is what they can do. So, if we want wealth, oh man, they can't. You can't increase wealth using manage resources. Shit. I think we're gonna have to. We're gonna have to House Fortune this. I think we're gonna have to House Fortune this. You can change influence into law. No, let's have a look at here. Right. Limitations of what can be converted. During a turn, you may only convert resources once, but you can do so of any amount. If a reduction results in the ability to pay for an investment, you lose the investment. If you're desperate, you can convert 2 resources, but exchange is worse. Such exchanges are called rushed. So let's look at example. Decides to exchange influence for law. So yeah, so you can change this for this, and you can't change anything for wealth. So this is going to come down to a House Fortune roll, which is pretty fun, to be honest with you. To be honest, I quite enjoy these. We are gonna. Oh man, woefully unprepared for this. New tab. Come on, Google. Let me search you. What is this? So weird. I'm gonna get on my roll 20. And because my face is obscuring it completely, you're not going to see what I actually roll. But are they a Major Lord? I don't think they are. Let's just roll Major Lord anyway. Alright, Major Lord time. Status Stewardship. Whoop. No bonus dice, no penalty dice. 27. Trust me, friends. It's 27. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move myself over to the right-hand side. Left-hand side, even. There we go. Seamless. That gives us a 27. So we're looking all right. Oh man, the control tab's not working for me. There we go. Okay. So if we look at the top there, A 27, we need to look now at the book. And we need to look at 27. Blessing! So a blessing gives me a minor benefit, an upturn in events that improves the house in some way. Blessings might be useful alliances, receiving the invitation to participate in a notable tournament, a visit from a powerful lord, and so on. Blessings improve one resource by 1 to 3 points, or 2 resources by 1 point each. Well, I want to have their wealth increase, so I am going to basically like pop their wealth up by 2. Blessing. Plus 2 wealth. I can type, honestly. And they were loyal to the Targaryens, so it makes sense that they were loyal to Tyrell as well. Any ideas in chat of what they could have got? What wealth? Why have they got this wealth all of a sudden? Because it could be a nice hook for people, basically. I think like really, Simon's going to be one to kind of get this info, I think, if anybody. But it could be something that I can come up with a bit later on. But they certainly increase their wealth. House action that they could do. Well, they want to increase their wealth for power. Yeah. I like that, Matt. They could have... yeah. Recent victory at a tourney. Good harvest. Well, this is a couple of months after spring has just, like, sprung. So... Jason, jeez. So, I think... I like the harvest thing. And what we could do... a little bit... is... I did forget to check, actually, whether they had any problems with their population or anything. Because what this will do is... so that house fortune should actually... so this is where it gets a bit complicated, but bear with me. So they were on a 20... Law was on a 20-something-ish. I'm just going to come out of this. Law was on a 26. So we're looking at a -2. And... population was on a 21 to a 30, I'm pretty sure. 28. So that was a +1. So overall a -1. So what I'm going to do, friends, is I am going to put a little house fortune roll on the left here. House fortune modifier. Oh, God. Alright. Fair enough. Do that? No, I can't. That sucks. Boop. Fortune mod. Good on you. It's -1. Alright. And we'll just divvy that off as well. Gotta keep my spreadsheet neat and tidy. Oof. Oh, I create a little diagonal. I think so. If we're looking at this, right, and if a 31 gets them a +3, I think let's knock out some. Let's try and get some population. And that it's inaction, isn't it? Will be nothing. Great. So they can't give themselves more land. They can give themselves more population with power, but because they want to up their wealth for power, I don't think that's a good idea. So, not a whole ton they can do right now with that. But let's up the wealth. Let's... Oh, let's intrigue it. They could just host a tournament. they need to spend money on that though. Let's begin project, because then they can build something, right? So they've got 30 wealth. Most of these houses I haven't actually got their holdings yet, which is a whole other thing. Let me just find that while I'm not on here. Right. So this is a PDF called Out of Strife Prosperity, and this is for the Chronicle system, which is what Song of Ice and Fire uses as a system. But this is a whole expansion of different holdings that they could have, and actually more rules and stuff for it. So there's loads of going on. What I'm going to do is have a cheeky look at what we could buy, and then we'll see what it does. And then we'll see how long it takes to build, basically. They have their own court, and so you don't spend these points; you invest them. So they don't lose any of them, but you invest them in stuff. And then if you go below the thresholds, then you start losing your holdings. Basically, become ill repaired, and you can't actually access them and get wealth off them or anything like that. Doesn't give you influence +1. So resource loss mitigation for gardens is good because it reduces how much you might lose from a house fortune roll. What I'm looking for, it could just be that there's a flat house fortune roll here. But I know they've got a community, like Ashford's a little town, so I don't think I want to give them anything like that. Alright, a fishery. They've got a river, most certainly. 5 wealth, we can invest in that. And then we could give them house fortunes of +1, +2. Let's try and get as best we can, right? This is personage, so you gain certain things. Steward gives you house fortune +1. Black market. I could get a black market. Let's look for marketplace. Doesn't Ashford have a marketplace? I do not want a slave market. Alright, marketplace. Settlement. 10 wealth. We need a small town. Yeah, I think they've got a small town because of the cannon. +1 wealth. Resource gain bonus. The resource gain bonus granted by this holding is increased for +1 for each estate, wealth holding, and artisan personage holding in the domain. It takes 2d6 months to build. Matt, you were looking at agriculture. Let's have a little look, because there was different types, I think. Right, so let's look at food agriculture then. Did I spell it wrong? There we go. Alright. 5 wealth, 1d6 +3 months, and yeah, we can begin this now, right? House fortune rolls +1. Resource gain bonus is population and power, so we're actually fulfilling that power desire as well, which could be good, because then you can offload population into power as well, which is really helpful. So that this could be it, actually. This is a nice winner. The holding represents an extensive selection of fields, orchards, or vineyards. Most of the domain is covered with places where foodstuffs are grown. These are, of course, appropriate to the location. That's fine. Different climates favour different grains. Well, this is going to be like breadbasket time, right? They're going to have a lot of it. This benefit only apply during spring, summer, and autumn. So we're in spring. And then you can have improvements here. So the improvements are something else, but the food agriculture basically will give us that +1 to house fortune rolls, +1 to population, and +1 to power, right? I mean, vineyards could work. The red wines don't have a monopoly on wine exactly, I don't think. But I reckon this could be great. Like where they are, they're right in that green bit around all the rivers, right? Let me get my roll 20 up here, right? Because we've got a cool little map, right? That I keep forgetting that no one sees this apart from us, and it's very cute because I put the characters where they are, right? So Ashford is right here, like right here. Yeah. No. Wrong already. This is Ashford on the Cockles went, right? Where's the Mander? So that is Bitterbridge. No, it's Cider Hall. Ignore me completely. Cider Hall. I forget who's at Cider Hall. The apple ones. Applebee's. No. The Fossilways. I'm sure. Yeah, that's the Fossilways, right? So they're here. So they're right in this green bit. So let's give them some cool agriculture, right? Action. Build. Grain plantation. Grain. Ugh. How am I going to say this? Plant grain. We're going to plant some grain. It's going to be fantastic. And that is going to take... what was it? 2d6. That's a fishery. 1d6 plus 3 months. And then they're going to reap the rewards off it, right? Eight months. Ooh, that's going to take a while, right? Okay. What I'm going to do here is make a really stupidly long one, but I'm not. What I am going to do though is I'm going to say project progress on here, and I've got 1 out of 8. Right? Yeah. Barley farmers. And then what I need to do as well is create a little spreadsheet. I'm not going to bore you lot with what they've got, because I haven't really made anything apart from the Greenmonts. The Ironwoods we did with Don. I haven't done anything with the Vulture King yet. I haven't even got any stats, so that's going to be a cool, fun one when we get to the bottom. That's our reward for sticking with it for a couple of hours. Yeah. It's going to be my own little world, Matt. You and I are of the same inclination, I think, with that. Oh man, House Ball. Okay, House Ball are a bit of a fuck up, right? Hooey. So these folks. So Quentin Ball was Blackfire's general, and his son, literally Lord at the moment, Ball, is little Lord Harris Ball, and he was with Nymria at Summerhall and is, I suppose, technically still at Summerhall. So that means his mum is going to do this. So let's do a minor lady, because they were a bit unminor. Well, hang on a minute. Right, I want to try and get this right. Again, I'm sorry if I bore you, but okay, their influence is 33, which means that their maximum status can be 4. So his mum is probably going to have status 3, which would make my minor lady roll spot on. Well, yeah. Sure. Status for stewardship, and she is going to roll for the house. Let's do a fortune roll. Or let's not. Let's first figure out how much they do or don't get from the old things, right? So law isn't all that great. Law is 14 and population is 27. Right. So 27 I don't think is going to give them a negative modifier. But law, though, it's going to give them -5. Oh, excuse me. And a 27 is going to give them a +1. So overall, -4, right? So this is going to be their house fortune roll -4. 13. That is not going to be great. They're quite random, like it's not just a sliding scale of awful. There is a bit of random nature to it. So let's just see here. Got past it, blatantly gone past it. Oh, that's because it's in the top bit, isn't it? I can't see. Okay. 14. Blessing. Shit. They got the same. Alright. Well, that's an interesting thing, right? So they've got a blessing. They've got out a little bit better from it. So it's either +2 to one thing or +1 to two of them. Nothing's going to tip me over. Wealth 30 again. They're all right. Defense, and they can get their keep back. I think they find an architect. +2 defense. Turn keep to working order. Because I remember doing I remember rolling them, I think, on one prep session, and I was like, they can only afford a tower. Maybe they're just like hooked up in like one little tower because they can't afford to like run the place. So now she's actually managing the house a little bit. Lady Ball is managing to run the place. She's got her keep back, right? And then house action. Folks, I've had a Juicy Fruits idea. But let's just check. Rescue heir from Targaryen wardship. Is her goal? Motivations, lineage, and love. Obviously, right? I think she. I think we're going to go on an intrigue plot, right? I don't know what that could be. Genuinely, right now, but I think we should do it. I'm gonna write myself a little note here. Action. Rescue. Harris from Summerhall. So let's say that'll complete next month, basically. Just got to cook it up first, you know. Full Blackmon. I should add Blackmon. Well, he's Vulture King, really. I don't know. Okie dokie. I do need to build up. But maybe that's another prep. Maybe that's another prep time. All right, I'm gonna add them. Their colours are like a weird yellow. It's darker than that. With black vulture. So I've added House Blackmont to Blackmont. You can't quite see it because I can't scroll down far enough. But there we go. I'll just move myself back over to the... Maybe I should move myself up to the top. Let's do that. Just move myself around. There we go. Alright. House Blackmont of Blackmont. There they are. Okay. They're at the bottom. We have to build them up. We're going to build them this time, and then I'll do a little bit of prep otherwise. Alright. House Caswell of Bitterbridge. Oh, God, what did Caswell do? Yes, Lord Caswell. Noble house from the Reach. Their seat is Bitterbridge, where the Rose Road meets the River Mander. Blazing a yellow centaur with a bow on white. Caswell's carry the title Defender of the Fords. Oof, I like it. House Caswell fought for the Targaryens during the First Blackfyre Rebellion. Sir Kyle claimed to have saved the life of Lord Armand Caswell. That was in the story, right? That was in the Sworn Sword or the Hedge Knight. Lord of Bitterbridge during the Rebellion. Armand's son, Lord Joffrey Caswell, faced Kyle in the Winter Walls tourney, unhorsing the knight in the first tilt. So that is the Mystery Knight, which is the third of the installment that the game's based off. So they're quite military. But what I remember writing in this, that so during the Dance of Dragons, there was another Targaryen civil war. Tom Flowers, the bastard of Bitterbridge, was one of the commanders of the Blacks during the Battle of Honeywine. He was burned alive by the dragon. Daeron began the sack of Bitterbridge and the death of Prince Maelor Targaryen. If you look at the sack of Bitterbridge, I'm pretty sure what happened was that the Hightowers got involved. The Hightowers were like, yeah, we'll sack your place. Screw you, buddy. Well, here we go, right? So, combatants. House Caswell. And then for the Greens, House Hightower, House Peak, House Targaryen, right? So the Blacks seem like they're the bad guys, kinda. Whilst House Targaryen was for the Greens, obviously. And the Greens take Bitterbridge. So I said in a repeat of history, Tyrell sacked Bitterbridge during the rebellion, or maybe the rebels did, right? So in a whole revenge fiasco, I think I'm trying to unseat the Hightowers might be a cool call. Their defense is only 20. Their power is only 19. So let's try and build up some power. And they've got some population. Yeah, I think so. That's going to be my plan. Let's roll some House Fortune. Let's just check there. So Law and Pop is 26 and 29. I think we're fine there. It's a few pages back. There we are, Law. 26 minus 2, 29 plus 1. It's minus 1 overall again. So let's roll. We're going to go to my Major Lord here. And we're going to roll a 22. Minus 1 is a 21. And that will give us growth. That's alright. I do enjoy Game of Fiasco. I do. So in my spreadsheet of doom, I need to know what growth is first. That's a good plan. Growth results in the improvement of one or more of the house's resources. It might result in a gift of land, a sudden swell in population, and upturn the economy. Growth should improve 1 resource by 1 point. So let's up power. And let's manage resources. And then that managed resources is going to be pouring population into power. I'm on the wrong thing. I want to just check. See where the threshold is on this. That's law. So if I drop it by... If I drop it to 21, we're okay. But if I drop it to 20, then we're going down. I don't think they're that desperate yet. But they could eventually just have a scrap with Hightower. Is maybe the plan. Let's have a look. So let's drop it to 21. Let's add 8 to power, and then we've got 28. Oh, actually, yes, I know I can do that. I know I can do that. For 8 power. And that is complete. And then what we could do next time is figure out some of their units. Would be pretty cool. House Costain of 3 towers. Now Costain has been featured a little bit. I'm not going to shield that from you guys. And is a sworn lord to House Hightower. But their big thing, my friends, is inciting another Dornish war. Because of some hatred. They fought with the Blackfires, folks. It's all crazy shenanigans. So, what they're going to do here, let's roll my House Fortune roll. They've got 33 population and 24 law. .33 population gives them +3. 24 law gives them a -2, +1 overall. Yeah. Okay, sure. Have I popped Costain into here? That's my question. Not yet. Alright. Let's use his Major Lord ability. +17. +1 is 18. And 18 gives me a blessing. Okay. So that's blessing again is 2 to 1 or 1 point to 2 resources. If I bump lands up, I get rid of that negative modifier. So let's just check that again. What am I going? What am I doing here? Lands. No, it doesn't. It wasn't the threshold though. Yeah, it could have worked. Defense. 21 have already got a tower. They've already got a keep. I think it reflects well. They're gaining some influence. I think that works. And then there's no change to the fortune modifier. Blessing +2 influence as he's sticking around court. And the action. Friends, I'm gonna tell you the action. But I'm not gonna put anything else on the detail. Ooh. Juicy, juicy. Gotta have some secrets, right? Alrighty. House Crane. Red Lake. Only 22 lands. That's not terrible. Influence is pretty good though. 35. High Garden's influence is 61, so they're kind of up there. If we get some wealth, then they could probably build some more stuff, which is all cool. So 27 and 27. Oh, it's the same old stuff, isn't it? -1. Let's check. +1. Minus, yeah. So this is going to be Lord Crane, I imagine. Although let's roll Major Lady for the sake of or Minor Lady, because they can't have a status above 4. A 13 -1 is a 12. Is not great. Let's see what that gives us. No, wrong thing, Sam. A boon. It was a 12, wasn't it? Yeah. Boon's pretty good, actually. I mean, that could be pretty juicy because Charlie's wondering what they think of her birth now that Simon's dropped that bombshell. A boon. Let's have a look at my thing. That's not it. That's it. Fortune of considerable benefit and value to this house. Its occurrence might signify favour from a lord or a king, a windfall, a beneficial alliance, a business opportunity, or a profitable marriage, folks. A boon should always improve one of the house resources by 1 to 6 points, or 2 of a house's resources by 1 to 3 points. Well, well, well. I wonder what they could have had. What do we want to improve is the question. Wealth for sure, right? I think they want to improve wealth. Should we just improve wealth by like 1d6? I mean, what do they want? They don't want anything. I don't know what they want yet. So we could randomly determine what they want. Well, wealth by 1d6 or 2d3. Yeah, let's roll 2d3. A 3. So that goes up to 32. from ferment. Oh dear. Action. Let's build them a thing. 30 is kind of a good threshold for having got a bit more wealth to invest in stuff. I like building stuff. Let's have a look-see. Lifestyle, wealth holdings. Give them some gardens. Resource loss mitigation. Yeah. I like stuff. Lannister South. Oh man. I can't build your stuff. Jesus. Trophy room. Animal husbandry. They're quite animally, the cranes. Let's see what they got going on. In the wiki. Oh, come on, wiki. That was an exact match. Okay, House Crane of Red Lake. Founded by a daughter of Garth Crane and Rose of Red Lake, she is rumored that some female members of the House Crane are able to skin change into cranes. We kind of know that. The banners seen beneath the walls of Bitterbridge at Renly's encampment. Okay. That's recent events. There's no historical events, really. Ellard Crane, a squire at the court of Jaehaerys. Red Lake and the Cranes joined the Kingdom of the Reach through pacts of friendship and mutual defense with Garth III, Gardener. So interesting, like during the kind of First Men era, like ages and ages ago, they were kind of their own little petty kingdom, and then joined the kingdom. We're talking they're up here, right? So this is their crest up here. So they're a bit out of the way as well. They've got Red Lake, but yeah, they're up near the Lannisters, up near Lannisport and stuff. Near the Oak Hearts, which is quite cool. Action. Let's have a look. Assassinate somebody. Begin a project. Oh, it's going to talk about begin a project, right? That's what I was going to do. I was going to build something. It's been a day. Don't worry. An apiary. We give them bees. Charcoal, they haven't already got any heavy woods. They've got a lake, so they can have a fishery. Could build them a fishery. Why is that? Like that. Don't do that. What other lake stuff? Not coastal. Lake. Lakey. River coastal island, that's a port, and I can't have that. A salvage operation. How weird. How's fortune rolls +1? Sure. A trading inn. They don't really. I wouldn't really say they have a road or a river. That's about it, really. A minstrel's seat. They haven't got a small castle. They've got a keep. A healing site. They're good healers. We could buy them a healing site, although I imagine they'd have one like already. Gambling dens, brothels, black market. Give them a sept. Should we buy them a spy network? Buy them a frickin' spy network! Oh. The cranes. We need to come up with a cool crane motto as well, because I don't have one. Something about cranes, like seeing everything. Okay. Spy network. 2d6 plus 6 months, 10 wealth. Let's say they invest enough for that. Some lords seek the most valuable of coin, information. These lords are not content with typical rumour mills and public information sources the houses usually rely on. They want to know what isn't being said, indeed what is being deliberately hidden. Such lords may employ a spy network for this purpose. This holding is assumed to be a secret one, as finding out that a lord sponsors an organisation dedicated to ferreting out information on his fellows is a good way to find oneself in a sudden target of war from those fellows. Always patient. It's alright. It's alright. I need some gusto though, doesn't it? Initial investment in this holding grants the connections benefit for up to 3 cells of spies. A cell might occupy a single domain. It's possible for multiple cells to operate in a single domain, granting a +3 bonus to all connection rolls. So they could like go off to Fox Hollow or to Ironwood or to Highgarden, and then you'd have a connections benefit for that, which is basically I think you add a keep die on your streetwise checks to learn information in that area. Ooh, watch, wait, act. I quite like that. Nice one, Pope. I like that. It's that whole rule of 3 thing. Maybe. Yeah, she could totally leave some spies behind, right? This is a test, routine 6, for those with law 30 or higher, or +3 with 5 points of law above that. If this test fails, the cell of spies is compromised and lost. Okay, well, it's going to take them a while to actually find this spy network, to actually invest in it. So 2d6 plus 6 months. Roll 2d6 plus 6. 15 months, folks. I hope there's a jump in time. So they've done it for a month now. It's going to take a while, but yeah. It's a bit of a wait, yeah. Do you know what it is? I think Lady Crane's gone, shit, I didn't know about this. I didn't know about her blood magic fiasco. I need some spies. It's going to take me a year and a bit to find them, but I need some spies. I reckon. Alright. Goal. Get some spies. Learn secrets. Motivation. Family. Alright. There we go. Yeah, you got to build trust. You got to find the right courtiers. You can't just be like, yo, I'm a spy, like Simon. I'm a spy. Wanna bang? No. Never. House Florent, you're next. With a law of 17, that looks pretty ghastly to me. I think that's a -5, isn't it? And a +1 for population. -4. Let's roll. What influence are they? 41? Jiminy crickets. Maximum status 5. So this is where I actually can't. This is where I don't purposefully cheat and actually give them a major lord to roll with, which is pretty snazzy, right? Yeah. Matt, you're scheming for me, man. You don't need to. I love it though. 25 -4. 21. The advance on 21. That, my friends, is going to be scrolly, 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 scroll, scrolly, 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 scroll. Scrolly, 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 scroll. Come on. 21. Growth. I got that right, didn't I? Yeah. Growth. So that is a +1 to a resource, right? So let's bump up law. Just try and deal with that a little bit. Law of 18 is not great, is it? And we don't need a lot to actually get up to the threshold. So I need to be on 31. Oh no, so I need to be on 21 to just get that -2 to make it a -1 overall. What can I change here to make this work? So I can swap out influence for law, okay. I'll definitely do that. I will definitely do that. I only need 3. There we go. So manage resources. They're on a -1 now. Law. Exchange. 3. Influence. 4. 3 law. Alright, cool. House Fossaway. A little bit of info on House Fossaway, excuse me. Now there are 2 House Fossaways, and it's going to tell me that, and I'm going to go, I know. Cider Hall is who we want, because New Barrel splintered off for them during, well, in a few years from when we're playing, actually. I plan on deleting the VOD. I mean, I'm planning on just leaving it up. I'll tell them there are secrets, and if they don't want spoilers, then they should not watch. I guess? I don't know, guys. What do you think? The cast will probably watch, but you know, I can. We've been pretty good so far at like not metaing. Ish, trustworthy-ish. So there are no house from each. Principal Bannerman sworn to House Tyrell, and surprise, surprise, they were for the Reds. Cider Hall is located at the fork of the Mander and the Cockles went. So yeah, so this is that place, right, where we've got it right here. So they're right up close to Old Tarley, to Old Highgarden, right? They want security because of love. I think I randomly rolled that. With a law of 23 and a population of 26, that's a -1 overall as usual. Is an old noble house with origins in the Age of Heroes. Nice. Descent from Foss the Archer, a son of Garth Greenhand, shooting apples off the head of any maid who took his fancy. Did he put the apples on there first? Did they know? Was it a party trick? Who knows? During the early reign of Jaehaerys I, Martin Tyrell was married to Lady Florence Fossaway, who increased House Tyrell's income by 1/3. Good on her. When Lord Martin served as Master of Coin, it was his clever wife, Lady Florence, who performed most of his duties. When Lord Oakhart held a tourney to celebrate the birth of a son, Prince Balon Targaryen unhorsed both Fossaway twins. During the Dance of Dragons, they supported Aegon II and the Greens. That's the good guys. Owen Fossaway, Lord of Cider Hall, was a member of the Caltrops, a group of conspirators that wanted the Dragon Seeds, Ulf the White, and Hardhugh Hammer dead. Owen was killed in the Second Battle of Tumbleton. And they're spotted during the Tourney of Ashford at 209, which is about 10 years after we are playing. Second Battle of Tumbleton. Oh, Jesus, there's a dragon. Okay. This is a lot. I'm not going to read this. Okay. They want security for love. Because people got shanked and stuff, yo. We've got to keep it in the family. We've got to be nice to each other. So let's roll a House Fortune. What I need to remember as well is whether they had rolled or not. So they have to do it every month. They only do it every 3. So they rolled last thing. All right. Or it's 1 month gone since they rolled. There we go. That's fine. I'll remember that. I won't. I'll forget. And I'll be like, why is there a 1 here? So, house action. Not yet. This is randomly roll time. A -1. Their influence is 35. Which makes their maximum status 4. So I'm not going to cheat anymore. I'll do a 4+1 for stewardship. 5d6, keep 4, -1 overall. Oh, Fossaway, you fucked that up, didn't you? Alright, what's a 9? What's a 9? It's a curse. Oh boy. Oh boy. Amazing. A curse, folks, an unfortunate downturn in events that could weaken the house in some way. You don't say. Curses are significant setbacks. They can include brigands, bad weather, blights, desertion, lawlessness, and other effects. A curse reduces 1 resource by 1 to 3 points, or 2 resources by a point. What if lawlessness? Yeah, sure. Let's roll a d3. Okay. It's a 1. Okay, so that's what they get for that. And then their action this time around. For security, I think they're going to... let's see what... I want to add to defense, because security is that, right? Power and defense. Let's try and build up their thing. The exchange is... lands. Okay. 28. I haven't invested any in domains or anything yet, so to be honest, I don't know if I could really do this. Let's move some... Let's move... because I need 10 into defense, really. Oh, so I can use a second resource, but if you're desperate, you can convert 2 resources, but the exchange is worse. Weird one. I'm trying to use the example here. They want influence for law. Smoke out. Since the rush exchange, they increase their power by 1. For every 2 points, they reduce their population. Oh, so it's the second... Right, okay. I get it. So you can improve 2, but the second time the exchange is worse. So I can only use lands for defense. Yeah, I mean, the security they want is slipping through their fingers, which is a pretty cool little Plot point. Where did the cat go? Oh, hello. She's up on the thing. I don't know if you can see her properly. No. Right. Sorry. Minor cat moment there. Let's exchange. Screw it! Let's exchange 10 lands for 10 defense. Because then they'll have the 30 that they can build a small castle with. But they have to... This is the thing, they then have to start a project. Big exchange, man. Big exchange. I'm actually going to put this as defense. Goal is to improve defense. Well, no, security. That's fine. House Greenmont. We don't worry about them right now. Remember, we did cover this, I'm sure. Maybe we did it in between sessions. I can't remember now. What did we do? Let's check in on them. Alright, this is the Nymria Star. They got a blessing, so they were up to 37 influence and 1 wealth. So let's just check if those numbers work out. 37 and 26. Yeah. Their action... we didn't really... That was going to come out in play. Okay, so no action, but they got a blessing. +2 to influence. +1 to law. Alright. House Hightower. Now, let's bear in mind that Hightower is... Or Lord Hightower is Lord Treasurer to Lord Tyrell. So let's check them out. Now, the population's pretty good at 36, 31, because they've got this big, they got this city, right? So 36 and 31. It's -1, +3, +2 overall, right? Which is pretty good. And influence is 44. Which gives us a maximum status of 5. Which means I'm going to roll my Major Lord. Really? That wasn't great. 16. What's that give us? A curse! Oh my god. Oh yes, +2. +2. Yes, Pope, you're right. +2. Oh god, where am I going? What did he roll? What did he roll? What did he roll? 16, 17, 18. 18. Oof. Blessing. Oh man, he dodged that alright, didn't he? Okay. 18's a blessing. Doing alright, these houses, aren't they? So, +2 to 1, or +1 to 2 resources. I think this first one I'm gonna actually say he builds himself up 1 more wealth and 1 more law, just to secure things. And then so that's going to be +1 law, +1 wealth. What does he want? Justice for Daeron II. Let's do an old intrigue plot here, because he's in court, right? Intrigue for reparations from the rebel houses. Oh, that's a nice little plot point I could just pop in as well. That is really nice. Like, kind of seeking to punish Peak, sure, but just like robbing them via wealth rather than via anything else. And I think, like, if he can get this off, then it could be that, you know, suddenly it's like, instead of the house fortune roll next is this, everyone's frickin' taxed. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Special tax. Yeah, special tax. Reparations, not taxes. Special tax. Alrighty. House Hunt was for the Blackfires. Absolve their responsibilities to the Tarleys. Retribution. So they want to be elevated above having to work for the Tarleys, because they're a house underneath the Tarleys, and so they're right next door. So they're like, the Tarleys are this red archer on green here, and they're like just over here, like, hello, we're the Hunts. Any cool little gubbins for us here? Not much info. All right, Sir Alan. So they've only got a law of 22, but a population of 33. Law of 22. -2. Population of 33. So it's a +1 overall. No. Just wrong there. So they have rolled. They have rolled. It's like 2d6 -6 +1 or something daft for that agreement modifier. I'm not even going to try it. They got a Godswood. It just messes everything around. So Hunt was it the +1 overall, I think. No, it wasn't. It was like a +2. I got lost for a second. Law was -2. Population was +3, so it was a +1. Okay, fine. Yeah. Thank you, Pope. Let's roll. But this is a 4. 5. This is going to be 4 dice +1 bonus dice. +1 this time. $17. +1. 18. Blessing. That's all right. Lots of blessings, man. So I think they're going to pump this into influence. maybe only then can they make a play for getting out of Tali's hands. So Tali's influence is 21, randomly rolled, while Hunt's is 31. Mate, I think this is... I don't want to be involved in the Tali's anymore. Intrigue. Leave the Liege of House Tali? Sure. Oh, there's some juicy fruits here, man. Pope, you've got it spot on, mate. This is going to be an intrigue. Yeah. Seek independence, that's it. They're influential enough. Power-wise, though, they are terrible. So, I mean, Tali's got 46 because with the army was going to be massive, right? And that's what we wanted to do. So that's that. House Martell of Sunspear. Oh boy. They rolled. Okay. So I need to roll this house. Let's only roll the Vulture King this time around, guys, because I'm gonna flag quite soon. Big money, cash money. Yeah, I'm gonna flag a little bit if we have to roll the whole house and this too. So let's crack on. Merryweather, Sad Santa. Sad Santa exchanged a lot of wealth last turn in order to to gain influence. That was the big play, right? So he spent a lot of money getting those barrels of beer in order to look cool in front of his friends. So, yeah. Is that Matt? Is that you offering to take on a homework assignment for me, or is that me taking on more homework? All right. So he needs to increase his defense. I think he needs to increase his money like a lot. I'll get in touch, Matt. We'll message. So law of 24, population of 39. I think that's the +1 again, right? Let's say it is for now. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I have a team. Nice. Right, we'll crowdsource the Martell stats, and I'll tell you how I basically cheat. So let's randomly roll. Let's see just how well this all paid off, I guess. A small council. A small council. Yes! That sounds awesome. Right. I hate when it does that. Let's not do that. 24, 40. Yeah, maximum status is only going to be 4 again. +1. Law wasn't in the 30s, so let's not even bother, right? Yeah, it was population. Population was 39. Okay. Population of 39 gives me a +3. So +1 overall. I was right. Okay. And we're going to roll. Same roll as before. A 19 this time. 2 6s isn't bad. A 19 gives us a curse. Oh, sad Santa. Sad Santa. Okay. Curse. So a curse was -1 to a resource. I think I reckon that red wine has been not kind in spinning this. So I think he loses an influence just for the spin. Red wine spins against him. Action could potentially be to, because it got, oh man, defense is poor. The only way to build wealth though, Pope, that's the thing, is through House Fortune rolls. There's no way to actually just like create money suddenly. So I mean, I think he's pretty much lost all his money-making abilities. We could manage population. Yeah. I mean, so you can invest. So if your character comes across loads of gold dragons, you can invest 200, I think it is, into the House Kitty, and you get 1 wealth point for that. Can he Great Hunt it? I don't think he's got the thing. Just gonna host a tournament, spend the rest of my cash on a fucking tournament, and piss off. What could we up that could help our? So if we wanted to up law to try and get that house modifier up, right? I need 7 to get up a thing, I think. Then it would just be that -1, but then the +3. So it would increase it to a +2. What's the conversion as I'm thinking? Okay, so we can change influence into law, which could work for us. Influence is 36. It's pretty big. Into law to 24. I said I needed 6, right? So, or I need 7. Oof. Because I need to be 31 to reach over the threshold. No. What am I doing? Right. What? Let's do this. Population's on 39, right? Which is like just before a threshold. Let me just check. What does 41 give us? Oh, +1. Right, the more population I have, the more they have to eat, etc. So it'd be increasing law would be the thing to do. Alright, let's do that. So I need 7 out of here. And the law would be back to 31, which would increase that to +2, which is nice. However, what I would say is that maximum starting status is 4. Okay. So that's fine. So he's still at a 4, because otherwise I'd probably give him like a -1 dice to his status tests, like a flaw in status, because of just how much spin there's been around in court and stuff. But that's fine. So that was manage resources. He's rolled this month, and that was exchange 7 influence for 7 law. All right. House Mullendore of the Uplands. We've not met the Mullendores at all, so I'm going to be honest, friends, I'm going to delete them because I'm not interested. And that means we've got less to handle as well. I did just add 3 houses, though, which is like Blackmont, Vulture King, and Martyr of Sunspear, which are all influential in the campaign. So, you know, there is all of that to do as well. So, House Oakhart. Let's think. House Oakhart. Lord Oakhart is at court at the moment, so I imagine Lady Oakhart would be dealing with the house, being the steward. We don't have to roll this month. So let's say it's been 2 months since they rolled. So next month they would have to. Do I want to manage any resources? No, what we want to do is wage war. Against the Dornish Raiders. There we go. They want Conquest of the Boneway House Will for vengeance. Oof. Juicy. Juicy, juicy historical problems there. House Peak! House Peak's going to wage war, we know that. Let's give him the 2nd month since... So it's now the 2nd month since he rolled. There's been no months, let's do that. That makes more sense to me. So it's been 1 month since they rolled. Once that gets to 3, they have to roll. Alright. And this is the same. This is wage war. This is going to go along pretty speedily. So I'm not going to give that a time because it could be a while, could be not. House Red Wine. Let's make Lady Desmera roll for a laugh. She is Bastard Born though. Oh no, it's not. Bastard Born doesn't give you a penalty to that. What? Oh my god. Desmera rolled a 5. Oh my god. Let's work out what they've got though. Law is 13. Jesus Christ. And population is 34. 13. -5. +3. -2 overall. This is bad, man. This is bad. They rolled and it's like a 5 -2, so it's a 3. This is going to be awful. Curse, right? So -1 to something. -1 to influence. She did not get that plan off how she wanted. She did not get that plan off how she wanted. Simon's sabotage. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Simon happened. That's it. That's it, man. She is in court. Intrigue plot is like totally legit. Assassination plot? Kill Simon? No, it's not her style, right? Intrigue plot. Blackmail. Or like this is gonna be right. This is gonna be intrigue. Shame Simon. Boom. Okay. Month 1 she completed because, as she demonstrated by giving him the letter, she figured out exactly who he is now. So, you know, there's that. House Rowan! Ah, the Steward of the North Marches. Marshal of the North Marches, that's it. All good. Right, so let's see how she's getting on, right? I can actually have her roll as well. She's one of my primary characters. Yeah. Her Lady Faye Rowan. Yet unmarried. She owes much to Sir Osmond, the old knight who cared for her at Golden Grove and brought her to court. Status 4. Can she be status 4? Let's check what her influence is. 31? I think that's right. Yeah, it's just 40 is the threshold, or 41 is the threshold for awesomeness. Yeah. Okay. Stewardship 2. Good, good. Well done. So she got a 19. I want to check on the old house actions. 24 law, population 34. I think that's going to be your old -1, isn't it? Oh, maybe not. 33 and 24 I've got as a +1 up there, so why not? Let's do that. So that was a 19, which goes up to a 20. And she gets a blessing. Good on her. Yes. She's rolled. So she's been brought to court. Her influence is doing okay. Yeah, it could be influence. I think that's a bit obvious. I would like to get her lore up a bit. Bearing in mind that she has just basically said, I'm going to be Marshal of the Lord Marches, and Lord Tyrell went, okay, sure. So, I mean, maybe the lore has increased a bit. Maybe she's got a little bit more investment, because this is the only way that you can increase wealth. So maybe we chuck 2 points into wealth. Or power. Power's good. 27, 29 gives her a bit more to play with when she's recruiting units for war. So that could be cool. Let's give her an intrigue plot, because she's at court. So +2 power. Intrigue. Investigate the Court of Mummers. I've just made up a thing. Because Simon was all like, "Oh, there's this thing going on with, you know, mummers and stuff." Oh, she wants to improve law. There you go, for security. All right, so law was good, but let's give us some power for now, because I think we can port power into law at some point later on down the line. House Tarley. I'm not going to have them roll this time around, but their population and law I think will be a -1. And they're going to wage war. And it's going to be the same as these guys. Alright. 2 left. The big one. House Tyrell. Let's make them roll. Alright. So, law and population, I think, gives them that -1 overall. Power's quite big. Wealth's alright. Influence is a banging 61. What did I give? What does 61 give them? That's what I wonder. Status 7. Oh yeah. That's a bit much though, isn't it? Okay, he could be status 6 quite happily. Okie dokie. Don't think I've got Tyrell actually all written up here. Let's just roll 7d6 and see what happens. Because I don't think he's got all that much stewardship to him, so maybe it's like 1 bonus dice. Like he's a fighter, right? Result overall is 28. Which gives us a boon. Boons are good, right? Boons are really good. Yeah. +3. It's like a d6 to wealth, right? Boon, he had a really good feast. He had a cool thing. Let's roll 2d3 and add it to a stat. Or 1d3 to 1 each, right? So we could increase law and population, because quite frankly, they are terrible. Let's try these separately. 1 and 1, Jesus. Alright, cool, fine. +1 law, +1 population. We could manage some resources though. I think you can move influence into population or to law. Because I think this makes sense to me. So if we move influence into law, they're looking after themselves, but he's losing like political power in court, because like the peaks of the world have just buggered off and said, yeah, we're not really paying you any more money. We're going to go and do our own thing because you're not helping us. So I think the Tyrells are focusing more on that. So I'm going to take that down by 6. And increase law by 6. Because then that won't be such a headache for us there. Exchange 6 influence for 6 law. Okay. And that means now that without any holdings, so 31 and 25, 31 law, 25 population, -1, +1, 0. No modifier. Alright. Nice. I'm already thinking of ways to modify how we do this, because it's a shorthand. Because wealth, you have to buy stuff up to for the whole holdings thing. But I think I might treat it like one of these modifiers again. So it's just a bit easier on my part. So they rolled. Ironwood, I'm not going to have roll. Sorry about that, folks. Last thing of the day. But I can show you their modifiers. This is House Ironwood. So they have all these lovely stats. There's the shields. House modifier is 0. Let's see if that's true. Law -5, Modifier 0 there. Oh man, we haven't completed this, that's why. +3, mace to give them a +3 bonus. Alright. +5 bonus for the port. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh bless him, he did add it in. Okay. Good job. You don't buy towns with wealth though, Don. So let's say that is a +3 overall. There we go. Alright. Intrigue plot. We all saw it, folks. Get married. Oh yeah. Which is actually another house action you can do, so I should probably add that in at some point too. Oh boy. Well, that has given us a lot of juicy fruits to juice later on. Lovely. Alright. So yeah, like I say, I've already got ideas for changing this up a little bit to make it a bit more easy for me to use. So I think when we do like a jump in time, I'll do one of these, or if there's if we move on a month, I'll do another one of these to keep it fresh, keep it going. I think that's all cool. Alright gang, well thank you very much for joining me. I am going to head off. We will see you on Thursday. We are good to go this week for After the Fire Session 3, which is called The Night of the Butchers. It's not ominous any point. Nope. Oh my god, Tom, no. Don't look at the juicy fruits. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. This is secret fruits. Secret fruits. Lovely. Well, thank you all, and I will see you on Thursday. Farewell.